Alrighty, well, welcome back to another episode. Today I'm talking about some of Nikon's more affordable, kind of entry level or prosumer level prime Nifty lenses. I like to just call them Nifty Nikkors or whatever, because they're relatively inexpensive, lightweight, not the fastest thing, but they do a great job for what they are. So, first of all, we've got the 50 millimeter 1.8 pancake, and then we have the 50 millimeter 1.8 G. This was when they got rid of the aperture rings. And then we have the new Z mount 40 millimeter Nifty 40 f2. And I believe that this is comparable to the rest of these, because we don't have anything. I mean, we have some great 50 millimeter primes from Nikon, but they are double the price, at least, is what these were new. So this one came out in 1985. It was produced for about 20 years till about 2005. This one came out in 2011, and I would say it was manufactured till now, but I don't believe that Nikon is manufacturing F-mount anything anymore. I do believe that was discontinued. I still think you can get these new on the website, but I don't believe that they're actually manufacturing these anymore. Could be wrong. And then these are current production lenses. I just got this one for Christmas. Really excited. I really love it. From what I've seen so far, it makes some amazing pictures. So let me just show you what the construction looks like. So this is a the pancake is a 6-element lens design. And I believe this actually was the same design that they used for a number of lenses, including the later autofocus D lens. And then this one has 7 elements, and again, great lens design, works really well. I really like this lens. And 7 elements. You can see it's sort of similar to the first one, but it has a couple more elements in the rear. And then we have the new Z mount 40 millimeter f2. I'm sure that some of you are like, well, why are you comparing apples and oranges? And I'll tell you why. Because some of you may be adapting these to your Z cameras, and they work very well adapted. Well, I don't have the proper Nikon FTZ adapter to really take advantage of this one, but I do have a Photo-C mechanical adapter that I'm able to adapt this to my camera. Everything is manual, but works beautifully. Can't complain. Except for I don't have autofocus, and sometimes, when you have kids, you need fast autofocus. So anyway, back to this bad boy right here. So 6-element design. So we're kind of getting back to the simple design here. But I would contend that the image quality out of this lens surpasses both of these. One thing to keep in mind, these gray elements right here, these are spherical elements. The Z lens has 2, and the 1.8 G lens has 1 spherical element. Alrighty, let's start weighing these. So we're gonna keep the rear lens caps on. So the pancake lens is 5.5 ounces. Not bad. I do believe that this is the lightest one, but we'll double check. The 1.8 G lens, 6 2/3 of an ounce, or 6 ounces and whatever, 6.63 ounces. There you go. And then our beloved Z lens, 6.60 ounces. So these two are actually pretty close. Pretty close in weight. They feel very close in weight, very close in construction quality, which actually I'm not too concerned about because I dropped this lens onto our hard laminate flooring a few weeks ago, and it took a licking and kept on ticking. So I'm actually pretty impressed with this. So I'm not gonna do a drop test on my beloved Z lens, but I have no reason to doubt this lens isn't just as durable. Anyway, so again, this lens is a full ounce, 1.1 ounces lighter than the other two. So that's pretty awesome. Not that you'd really feel it. I can't really feel the difference, to be honest. Now, I do use this cheap $20 Photo C adapter, which just about doubles the weight of the pancake lens. And I would use these together on my Z camera, and they'd actually work pretty nicely. I don't have any huge complaints about the quality of this lens, except I just can't say I like it. I don't. It doesn't seem to have pleasing lens flares, or shooting directly into light. It just doesn't seem pleasing to me. I only have one hand. Let me go ahead and try to get this in here. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. So, let's move that out of the way. So I have these two lenses here. So, like I said, I'd use this on the camera, on the Z camera like this, and it would work out pretty well. No complaints, but it is heavier than this. This is smaller and lighter, and has autofocus. And that fits into my small camera bag better. So, and like I said, the image quality out of this is really just amazing. I haven't really had an opportunity to shoot with any of the other Nikon Z primes yet. But from what I understand, they're much better than this, and this has already blown my socks off. So, all right, so let's see here. Let me dial down the aperture a little bit. So you can see this has a 7-bladed aperture diaphragm. And this has a lovely, very lovely 9-bladed aperture diaphragm. These are both dialed in at, I believe this is the default when power is removed. It defaults to f5.6. And I have this set to f5.6. So, I think I bought this lens for like $60 used, $60-$70 used. $20 adapter, Photo C adapter. So less than $100, I got a 50mm lens that I can use on my Z camera. So this actually has gotten me along just fine for the last couple of years. But I have been really wanting this lens for a while, and it came on a really good sale. They dropped like $100 off, which was basically like 30 some percent off this lens. So I knew it was time, and I got it for Christmas. Like I said, I haven't been able to use this lens on the Z camera because I really struggle. I don't have a whole lot of AFS lenses that could benefit from an F to Z adapter on my Nikon Z camera. So I just haven't bothered with buying one, because that's $200 some right there I could spend on, hey look, another lens, a native Z lens. So I haven't done that. But this is a great lens. Makes really nice pictures. So in terms of picture quality, I would say this is from worst to best. But depending, I mean, you know, there's character. You need to take into account character. So you might like the character of this lens. It's okay. But after shooting this lens, I'm sold on this. This thing is going to be almost permanently attached to my camera. I do have one other Z lens, and that's the 24 to 120 S lens, and it is a beautiful lens, but it's not as fast as this, and it's bigger and bulkier, heavier, all that. So I've got this lens that I'm going to keep on the camera most of the time for photographing family, just while I'm out and about and stuff. There's a number of things that the 24 to 120 has proven very useful for, and that's when I'm out, you know, taking a trip and maybe want to try to photograph some nearby wildlife or something. Portraits, and this is good for portraits too. I've done some portraits of my kids with this, and you know, as long as you're not getting too close where a distortion occurs, it's actually not too bad at all. So anyway, if you're considering this lens, just buy it. Just buy it. It is just a really fantastic lens for the money. You know, you can get the less expensive, you know, regular version that doesn't have this old-timey ring, silver ring, and the rubberized focus ring. And that'll save you like $30. And then if you buy it around Christmas time, you're gonna save $100. So there's really no excuse for not getting one of these. And there are gonna be some snobs, some pixel peeping snobs, who are gonna look at this and they're gonna look really close at the image and peep, and they're gonna get all bent out of shape about some of the softness and other lens flaws, you know, when you look really hard. But I can tell you, when you're looking at the whole picture made with one of these bad boys, it will knock your socks off. There's one other thing I wanted to show you. So I've got over here a 50 millimeter 1.2 lens, AI, from 1977. Look at that big, beautiful element. Look at that. That is a nice piece of glass right there. All right, so I'm going to lay this on its side. And this one on its side too. Okay, try not to let these things roll off the table. You know what? Let's see here. Okay. So you can see where this lens design comes from. The rubber lens grip is almost identical. That's pretty cool. Then you have this lovely silver ring that you can see this, you know, this lens is 50 years old. So you can see where the DNA of this lens came from. Sure, you can't, you know, this is supposed to look like an aperture ring right here, and can't turn it or anything. The only ring on here you can turn as the focus ring, which you can program to do whatever you want, but by default it's focus. So it's just there for looks, but I tell you what, it looks nice. It looks pretty dadgum nice. Oh, and by the way, just for kicks and giggles, this lens, 14.74 ounces. So that's 8 more. 8 more than this bad boy, so more than twice. So yeah, but this is a fun little lens. I got this for Christmas a couple years ago, and this lens has some serious character. I have not yet quite decided if I love that character, but it does have character nonetheless. And I don't have the heart to offload it to buy something else, because this is the 55, again, the 55 1.2. This is Nikon's, if I understand correctly, this is Nikon's first ultra-fast 1.2 lens. Yeah. I also have the 58 or 5.8 centimeter 1.4, which I believe was Nikon's first 1.4 lens, so for f-mount. That's pretty cool. Alrighty, anyway, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this is educational for you, and I hope you make a decision that you can live with. So thanks for tuning in, and be sure to tune in again later on. Thanks a lot. Take care.